Steve wants to buy some plants, 27 plants, each one costing £5.54, but he's only got £150. So we need to find out if he's got enough money. So the first thing you're going to do is find out the total cost of all 27 plants. You do £5.54 multiplied by 27. But remember this, if this was a calculator question, you still have to show what kind of maths that you're doing. You'd have to still write down £5.54 times 27. You put that in the calculator and then obviously write the answer down. This being non-calculator, what I'm going to do is do the full working out. First of all, get rid of the decimal point. I prefer to do multiplication without the decimal. And then remember to put the decimal point back in afterwards. 554 times 27. I'm going to partition the 554. 554. Then partition 27. 27. First thing I'm going to do is 500 times 20. Do 5 times 2 first, the 5 times 2, which is 10, and then count all the zeros. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next, 500 times the 7. 5 times 7, 35, and then check the zeros. There's only 2 zeros. There's no 0 with the 7. Next, I do 50 times the 20. 5 times 2 is 10, and look at the number of zeros. That's 1, 2, 2 zeros. Right, 50 times 7. 50 times 7. 5 times 7 is 35, and there's only 1 0. Now we do 4 times the 20. 4 times 2 is 8, and there's a single 0. And then 4 times 7, 28. Now you need to add all this up carefully. Don't forget to put the decimal point back in at the end. Now what you got to do, this has to be neat. You got to line up all the digits properly. If it's not neat, your digits are not going to line up properly. Your answer is going to get wrong. Seems like a large number, but remember, look back at the original question. We've got 2 digits after the decimal point in the entire question. There's no decimal point with the 27. Right, so there's 1, 2 digits after the decimal point. So you make sure that you're in your answer you've got 2 digits after the decimal point. So obviously the decimal point needs to go there. That's what makes it have 2 digits after the decimal point. That's how much it cost. Right? That's how much it will cost to buy all 27 plants. Steve's got £150. He's got enough to buy all 27 plants. Right, quicker way to do this would have been like this. You're taking 1/3 off. So just what's remaining? If you're taking 1/3 off, 2/3 is remaining. So you're working out 2/3 of £24. Remember, this is for the adult. Right, 2/3 of 24. You do 24 divided by 3. 24 divided by the denominator. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 8 multiplied by the numerator. 8 times 2 is 16. So I did 24 divided by 3. And then 8 times the numerator. £16. Right, that's Mr. Brown's ticket price. Right, 60% off child ticket. What remains is 40%. So just work at the 40% instead. 40% of £12. Right. 40% means what? That means 10%. 10%. Right. To work at 10% of £12, you have to divide by 10. Right. If you're going to work at 15%, you don't divide by 15. If you're going to work at 20%, you don't divide by 20. Only for 10%. So 12 divided by 10. Move the decimal point one place to the left. That'll be 1.2, but this is money we're talking about, so it'll be £1.20. £1.20, £1.20. All of this is £1.20. Altogether, that makes £4.80 for the child ticket. But there's 2 children. Remember, there's 2 children. So you do £4.80 times 2. That gives £9.60. So what you then do is £16 at the £9.60. That gives you a total of £25.60. Right, that's the quick way. Now, Mr. Brown and his 2 children are going on a trip to London. Adult ticket costs £24. That's for Mr. Brown. A child ticket costs £12. But obviously there's a discount. If you look down the bottom, it says 1/3 off adult tickets, 60% off child tickets. We want to work at the total cost. So let's work with the adult, Mr. Brown. Remember, it's 1/3 off £24. You can work out 1/3 of 24. That's the same as doing 24 divided by 3, which is 8. Then we take that £8, because remember it's a discount. Discount means taken away. You're not adding. So discount means taken away. So you're going to take that £8 away from £24. Remember, £24 is the full price for the adult ticket, and we've taken off £8. Leaves you with £16. So that's for Mr. Brown, £16. Right, for the children, it's a bit more complicated. It's 60% off. Right, by the way, with Mr. Brown, you could have worked out 2/3 of 24. That would have given you £16. That would have been a lot quicker. So dealing with children. £60% of £12. Remember, £12 is the full price for a child. 60% is 50% and 10%. 60% is worth 50% and 10%. And you know 50% of £12, 50% means half. 50% means half. Half of £12 is £6. Right, 10% of £12. You're going to work at 10% of £12. That's the same as dividing by 10. To find 10% of anything is the same as doing divide by 10. So you do 12 divided by 10. 12 divided by 10. Move the decimal point one place to the left, that would be £1.20. Not 1.2. If you move the decimal point one place to the left, you'll get 1.2. But because we're dealing with money, it's going to be £1.20, yeah? £1.20. That's what 10% is worth. So what's 60%? 60% is all of that. 60% is £6 plus £1.20. That makes £7.20. That's for that's 60%. But remember this, we've taken away £7.20 off from £12. 12, take away £7.20. Because remember, it's a discount, so we've taken away. That will leave you with £4.80. That is the price of one child. So one child ticket is £4.80. We've got 2 children. Mr. Brown's got 2 children, so that'll be £4.80 multiplied by 2. 0 times 2 is 0, 8 times 2 is 16, 4 times 2 is 8, £9.60. Total price now, total cost, you're doing this £16 plus £9.60. £16 plus £9.60. 16 and 9 is, what's that? £25.60 is the total cost. That's the final answer there.